Welcome to the homestead. Glad you're watching. Well, 2 days ago, we got a surprise. Apparently, Reba had a baby. One baby that we found. Teeny tiny little baby, just screaming in the rocks behind the lawnmower in the garage. And Reba is acting all freakish weird. She's kind of a weird cat anyway. She doesn't let us touch her. But she was just acting crazy weird, flopping herself down. And I don't know, she just wouldn't lay with the baby. And so I started to take care of the baby, and she started to come over, and she actually let me pet her. And it's like she got human touch for the first time, and then she just kept acting real weird, and I was able to calm her down and pet her and get her to lay down and take the baby. And she did. But the second I got up to move, she would jump up and run, dragging that baby. It was so horrifying. And so I put the baby back in the bed, and through the night, things went okay, I guess. I don't know. But yesterday, I heard the baby screaming, and I found it underneath the front of the RV. I saw it there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Reba, what are you doing? And the baby's screaming and screaming. Well, Tina comes. Tina grabs that baby, and she runs to the cat house. She jumps over into the yard of the cat house, and then underneath that platform that all the kittens have been laying on, she goes under that, and she starts to feed it. Well, Tina's a little weird too, and so I kind of walked over a little bit, not too close to her. I was on the outside of the fence, but she gets up and she starts to run, and she kind of dragged the baby a little bit, and then the baby screams again, so she goes back and she lays down again with the baby, and she laid with the baby for quite some time. And but then when she left, the baby, it's what she does with the bigger kids. She just takes off and runs, and the baby ended up in the middle of the yard, a lot of little kittens all around. So what I ended up doing is picking up the baby and putting it in the cat house inside the carrier that has all the, that cat crying right now is Reba, the Sherpa padding, and the baby slept there for several hours, very contented. But then it started to cry again. And when it started to cry, it's nighttime now, Reba grabs the baby. She doesn't go into the house normally, but she gets into the house, grabs that baby, and she takes off running. And she brought it back behind the lawnmower on the rocks. And the baby's screaming and screaming and screaming and screaming. And she just would not let it go. I put it in the box. She took it out of the box and put it back in the rocks behind the lawnmower. So she did end up laying with the baby, but I had to stay with her. And then she got up and she took off. And what I did was I got a little Sherpa blanket, and I put it kind of back behind the rocks in the corner. So the baby found the Sherpa blanket and stopped crying. And I checked on it today, and it found its way in the box that I had turned around facing where she was. And she does not want that baby in that box. She took the baby out of the box and put it back in the rocks behind the lawnmower. And I don't know. She's the worst mom ever. I don't know if this baby's going to survive. I tried to feed it, but it won't take the little bottle. And the bottle's kind of got a big nipple on it, I guess, for her. I don't know. Or maybe she's getting fed and she's just also getting neglected. Because there's no other little baby, there's nothing to, snuggle with. Like when you have a bunch of kittens, they can snuggle together. And this is a lone cat. So when it's alone, looking for something. It does seem to be contented with the Sherpa that I put in there. And so I'm going to go check on the baby again. Reba's acting all weird, to see if the baby is still there. It's been several hours. Worst mom ever. Anyway, I don't think you'll be able to see because of where she's got it hidden, but I did take a picture, and this is what the baby looks like. Okay, I just went and checked, and Reba's with the baby behind the lawnmower on the rocks. That's where she wants to put him. I don't know. Maybe that's where her mom hid it. I keep saying the lawnmower. I'm sorry, it's not behind the lawnmower. It's behind the generator. And so from the front of the generator, there's no way to get there. But from the back of the generator, there is a little cubby. So she has enough room to lay down, even though it's up against the wall, because it's kind of open in the front underneath. But maybe that's what her mom did when she brought the kittens. Maybe that's where they hid them, because the kittens were here and we didn't always see them. We couldn't find them most of the time. So maybe that's exactly where she put them. And so that's what she wants to do. I don't know. She's a weird cat. So at least she's with the baby. She's feeding it. So I guess we'll call that good. And I just can't believe this. Anyway, this little baby is 2 days old. Well, this would be the third day actually, because the first day we found it, that was not the day that it got stolen. It's gone through 2 nights. Thanks for watching, by the way, and thank you for all our new subscribers. Okay, with the cat drama behind us, let's move over to the garden. I have here some things that have been going on because I haven't shown you the garden in a while. So I want to show you what's been growing and the plants. I did take out all the corn. We got some really stupid little cobs. I don't know if I've got a picture of that. Yeah, I think I do. Here's a picture of all those dumb little corns. So anyway, I ripped out all the corn. It's just not my forte. I guess I'm just not a very good corn person. 2 years in a row. I'm going to try it again next year, but next year I'm going to plant the seed just a smidgen deeper to get a better root system, I guess, and tighter, bring them in tighter together so they stand up. What happened is we get those heavy rains and they just fall down, and then once they were bent over, they weren't getting fertilized, or not fertilized, pollinated. I don't know what the word is. Anyway, let me show you my garden. Okay, what we have here is a canary yellow melon. And you can see I have a melon right there. I think it's close to being ripe. Zucchini, strawberry, round zucchini, crooked neck, and a plant with a bunch of flowers. Crooked necks. Zucchini. Zucchini. These are the pole beans. We've been picking beans off of this every single day. These are the bush beans. They are coming to the end, I think. The other side of the beans. And the bush beans. This is a mess of carrots. Strawberries. Strawberries. Onions. These are the black eyes. Garlic. Potatoes. They're getting ready to be harvested. Potatoes. More black eyes. Ginger. Jerusalem artichoke. Jerusalem artichoke. This is a zucchini that was growing amongst the corn. Tomatoes. This tomato plant right here hasn't had any tomatoes on it. Beefsteak tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes. Tomatoes. grape tomatoes. Bell pepper. Bell pepper does not like the heat of the day. The red bell pepper. They're very green. And then they turn red. This one's in the process of turning right now. Along this edge are the cucumbers. More cucumbers amongst the flowers. Made a mistake there. Here's the grapes. Blackberries. This here's the watermelon. More watermelon. And you can see this is the cantaloupe. More cantaloupe. This is the one I told you was a pumpkin, but it's not. These are honeydew. I don't remember planting the honeydew here. The asparagus, tomato, tomato, tomato. And this tomato is not doing anything. Here are my potato slips, sweet potatoes. Here's the other one. Sweet potato, sweet potato, sweet potato, sweet potato. Okay, that's the garden. I've been picking beans every day. A whole handful of strawberries this morning, and I pick tomatoes every day, mostly the cherry ones because they come up ripe every day. And I think I need to pick that one melon. It looks like it's pretty close to ripe, and the one honeydew looks like it might be pretty close to ripe too. It's a different shade of color than the other ones. I just don't know when to pick these things. It says when the little curlicues are dried out. Little curlicues are dried out on both of those, so I guess I should try it. But if I'm too early, they won't taste any good. But I guess I should try it anyhow. So yeah, there we go. We're still eating those potatoes that I harvested. So we've been eating potatoes, tomatoes, and green beans every single day. We're gonna eat all those little cobs. We're gonna see at least how they taste. And even though they didn't turn out, if it's edible, it's edible. Okay, well there you go. Cat drama and garden drama, all wrapped up in a little bundle. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, press that notification bell, and subscribe. We will see you next time on the homestead. Bye-bye now.